Recording in progress.
Okay.
Hi, Ashok. How are you?
Hey, hi, Swapna. Okay, we'll wait for other trainers to join with us. Just give us some time. Maybe we can wait for another 1 minute.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Hi, Nagarajan.
We are using the standing table.
Hi, Vijay.
Yeah, hi, Sapna. Nice.
Vijay, Dilip, I think we are waiting for Shobana as well. I'm not sure whether other trainers are joining now. So maybe Dilip, if possible, you can also come on screen. And Vijay.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Yeah. Show non-video participants. Okay. Let me just. Okay, Dilip is feeling very shy to come in front of the cam. Okay, Dilip is understood.
Okay.
So let me just inform in a group and then we can get started. Okay, without wasting further time, let's get started. Thanks everyone for joining this meet, especially on Saturday night. Thanks for spending time with us. So unlike last meet, if you take, we had such the similar meeting with a lot of people. In fact, that was 100+ participants last time. As a trainers, right, we have given a lot of input and insight about the training, the way how people can learn Salesforce and all. But what one thing missed in the last meet is we are not able to give ample time for people to ask questions to the trainers. Okay, so let's have this meet right from the beginning. We want you all to get ready with all your questions. And as you all know the drill, you see there is a raise hand option. I think the raise hand option, it is available in the reactions. If you're using Zoom for the first time, in the Zoom tools, you see next to your share screen, there is a raise hand option is there, right? So click on raise hand. And if you want to ask any question to the trainers, we have Mr. Nagarajan is here, Dilip is here, Vijit is here. I think Shobana also will be joining shortly. I think Shobana is joined with us.
Yeah,
Hey, hi,
I have
Shobana.
joined. Hi, okay.
Okay. So likewise, so there are other trainers also going to join. So if you want to ask some question, and please don't share your screen and started asking the doubts in flows or doubts in triggers. Okay, this session is not meant to ask your technical questions to if you got stuck in say case study or not. On the high level, from the learning perspective, you want to have a good time. You want to have with your mentors, and this is for everyone. So feel free to raise hand and talk to your trainers. And this is not going to be a one-way lecture. Okay, the next 40 minutes, we want you all to have this as a live and interactive session with your mentors. Okay, so over to the trainees. feel free to raise hand and ask your question. Suppose if if you feel that you are not comfortable with English, you can ask in regional language because we know Tamil. Okay, maybe we can receive your question in Tamil and we will be answering in English so that everyone will understand. Okay, over to everyone. I go on mute.
Yeah, Ashok, I mean, like I was just thinking about it is good to have some live sessions. I mean, like if you take any concept kind of thing, it is a flow or the LWC or something. So it'll be like the interaction, it'll be good once in a while with the live sessions, right? Some workshops kind of thing. So I feel it'll be good if we can plan for that. Yeah.
Sure. Yes,
Right.
Swapna, that was a part of the discussion. You see, as a training team, if you look into AJST, right, in the last 2 to 3 months, the team is getting into a shape. We used to have a team for marketing, sales, service, and other. Right now, we are having a solid team for training too. So we have the pillars you see in front of the screen. So with their support, we hope we'll be conducting such live session very soon. That was a part of the discussion whenever we have a meet with the trainers. We have a plan and we are currently working on the same. Soon you can expect a live session on the most wanted topics. We can promise for that.
Okay, good. Thank you. And one more thing, because whenever the people struck in between the working, like any issues or something, so like support kind of thing. So from where we can get the support, from which website, or the list of websites kind of thing. So if it is like SQL, and like we'll go with the something like that. I was thinking. So it'll be like handy if we have like some cheat sheet, something like that. Or you can take a one live session for that. So, like if it is like experience, yeah, we'll know some of the things we know, but for the overall Salesforce kind of thing. So, something like that.
Got it. So you're looking for a kind of a supporting materials apart from the trial heads and the Salesforce documentation. If you
and the instant support kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, may I know again, you're talking about instant support.
No, some people doesn't know how to search. I mean, like not exactly for me. So general, I'm saying. So some people doesn't know how to search in the Google and exactly the keywords, all that and all. So something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So for us, yeah, please.
Sorry, sure.
No, go ahead.
We used to discuss quite a lot because Swapna belongs to my session. So we used to discuss a lot. So basically, searching the internet and identifying a code or configuration, whatever it may be, which is similar to the requirement. I personally feel that is also a skill, right? These days to work in the industry. So we expect that, that should be, we cannot spoon feed some of the things, right? So searching and using Stack Overflow, right? For example, using Stack Overflow, there are a lot of solutions. So it is a required skill. When we are working in the industry, probably we may not face the same kind of challenges what we have when we are doing the case studies, right? Something might be, different. So if you want an authenticated, documentation in the sense, of course, it's a Salesforce documentation, I guess, apart from that. But your question is, let's say I have a case study, I stuck here. Is there any link? Click that, give me, some kind of solution, right?
No, not the exact solution. Just kind of support, yeah.
Some inputs. Instead of that, I guess, rather than, if you look at the top Salesforce, blocks, if you search in Google, automatically you will get that, right? What are the top 10 Salesforce blogs? You will get that. If you look into it, you can see so many things. And apart from that, you can check Medium, right? For example, blog, right? Medium blog. But Medium blog
Mhm.
has a limitation. You need to, I think it's a $5 per month, I guess. So you can use Medium quite a long, but Medium may not have the solution, but Medium has some quality articles in it. A lot of insights into Salesforce is available in Medium. A lot of, people are writing in Medium articles. So that is one of the very good, site. If you are interested, you can register there and you can, listen to that. There is a, audio option is there. Suppose if you are moving
Okay.
somewhere, you can play that and you can, on the go, you can listen the technical things, right? So that's really one of the very good, resource from the Salesforce, not only from Salesforce, it has a lot of content for, other programming languages also. And apart from that, you can search for top 10 or top 20 Salesforce blocks. You will definitely get that. And apart from that, you won't get anything else, I guess, from my experience.
Okay, what is that? Medium blog? Is
Medium,
that? What was
yes, you can search for Medium. You can subscribe for that. Whatever
Okay.
new Salesforce news is coming in, definitely you will get in your inbox. Some architecture related quality contents are there. So from beginner perspective to, from high level perspective, all the contents you can able to find there.
Okay, good. Thanks, Nagarajan.
So just like Nagarajan just told, right, there are many such blogs are available. There are many such authors are available. But the one-stop place where you can get everything is your LinkedIn. Okay. In LinkedIn, you can find a genuine people who are all having a good experience in Salesforce, architects, consultant, delivery manager, solutions head. Because nowadays you see a lot of companies started doing Salesforce implementations, and the companies, and there are people having good experiences too. They also started writing articles in LinkedIn too, and so like Nagarajan told, right, that they also write article in Medium and they posted it in LinkedIn. So if you follow a right people in LinkedIn, right, that is a source for all these things. You can get it from one such place. Just like how we used to do, like the moment we woke up, we scroll, we used to see Insta, WhatsApp, or whatever, like that. We can build up a habit of at least in a day, just to give a proper connection to right people in LinkedIn, so that whenever you open your LinkedIn, just scroll up and down, your LinkedIn will act as a feed. That feed will give you the Salesforce updates. Most of the Salesforce update we got from LinkedIn, rather than we go and check the release notes, then getting the update. Right? There are good authors available in LinkedIn. They have a habit of writing good articles. By going through the article itself, that gives us a good idea on, oh, okay, now there are new updates coming up in Salesforce. Then let's explore that. That hint, right? You can get it from LinkedIn. So make use of LinkedIn. That would be a good option.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Ashok. Yeah.
Nagarajan also shared the Medium link here.
Yeah, in the chat. Yeah.
Articles. So you can source that.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks, Ashok. Yeah.
Thank you, Swapna. That was a nice question. So like this, guys, if you have any questions you want to ask your trainers, feel free to ask. I think we have Sushmita also joined here. And again, Tamil யாருக்காவது question கேட்கணும்னா கூட நீங்க கேளுங்க. If somebody not hesitating to ask question in English, if you feel you are shy away like Ashok, I don't know, I have a question, but I don't know how to ask in English. Feel free to ask in Tamil. Tamilல கேள்வி கேட்கறதுனாலும் கேளுங்க. If you ask question in Tamil, we will again reply with in English. We'll make sure whatever the question asked, right, we will translate in English, and also we'll let everyone know. The purpose of this meet is to have a good interaction with your trainer. Yeah, I think we have Ramya here. Yes, Ramya.
Yeah. Hi, Ashok. Hi, everyone. Ashok, my question is related to interviewer perspective. Like, what are the expectation from interviewer? Like, if you are fresher to Salesforce industry, and we are already having the IT experience, like, what are the expectation from the interviewer? Like, up to what extent we have to learn, or we are already learning from the trainings which you are giving, but still like somewhere we lack, right? So till what level we have to prepare and attend the interviews.
Okay, I think we recently had that Bandham event. There are two employers attended the event. We had a good discussion with them. Maybe, bro, if you want to add anything with regards to the expectation, you can add. Or other trainers also, you can add. I will come the last.
Okay, so Ramya, basically, if you look at it, so in the early days, cracking the interview becomes very easy, right? So if you know only the basics, that's fine. If you know up to triggers, people used to recruit, right? Nowadays, the recruiters are expecting that the trainee should know DevOps too.
True.
That shows, their expectation is rising, right? Because you know the current scenario, things are getting a little bit tougher these days. So they're expecting a candidate who can perform in all over the places, right? Just like an all-rounder, they are expecting. So that's the expectation these days, companies are having. You should good at DevOps, you should good at integration, you should good at LWC. And apart from that, data migration. So whether you are going to work in that particular, area or not, that doesn't matter. But the companies are expecting. If they are expecting that, in the sense, you will definitely going to get questions from that aspect also. So when I had a discussion with Krishan that day, so I sensed that he's expecting more than, a couple of months back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe see, there is one common thing that all employer expect from during the interview or from their associates is the learning attitude. Okay, forget about your technical part, forget about your communication skill. Okay, you must have this one learning attitude. Whether the candidate I'm going to hire having a good learning attitude, whether they show interest in learning new things or not. Because as you know, Salesforce is a thing which keeps evolving. Once in 4 months, you get released, right? Spring, summer, winter, right? So it's not going to be the same Salesforce all the time. If I'm going to hire you because you are having a good technical knowledge now, okay, what if after 1 year, I'm not going to rehire someone else for you, right? I need you to, in this project, I want you to upskill and to support the project. So in that case, if you are a person who is good in having good learning attitude, you are open to learn new things and also experimenting new things, that is going to be added advantage for any employer. But at the same time, if you resist, you are kind of a candidate resisting yourself from updating, or you are kind of candidate like, no, Ashok, I have already learned these things. I have completed my higher secondary, I have completed my college, all these years I have learned the things. Even now, I have done some learning for training. Now I'm in the position, you are still asking me to learn. No. I fed up with the learning. I'm not going to upskill. Then that the moment we decide not to learn new thing, right? That's where we started failing. Okay. So any employer, their expectation is, I want to hire someone who shows good learning attitude. That is very first thing everyone's want. When it comes back to Salesforce, as Nagarajan Bro told, very recently, AJ Skill Development had a Bandham event where all the AJC associates, trainees, and some of the trainees and the recruiters also attended the event. They gave a good insight on what the industry currently needs when it comes to the technical part. One such thing is, as Nagarajan told, the DevOps tool. There is a new line of recruitment is also happening. There are people that used to ask us like, Ashok, I'm not kind of a good coder, but still I find myself interested in Salesforce. I want to pursue my career in Salesforce, but I don't think I can get a job in development. Is there any other alternate option? Yes, the option is there. If you can get good grip on Salesforce administrator and advanced admin concepts, along with if you have the DevOps skill. The DevOps skill is nothing but we have a materials. Nagarajan has taken a sessions on the DevOps, like continuous integration and continuous development by using GitHub, and there are gears, there are other DevOps tools there, right? Take one DevOps tool, try to get good knowledge on that. And we are also having a materials for the same. You can find the materials in advanced admin folder. If you got good grip on admin plus DevOps, you can start applying for the opportunity. Nowadays, it's not only admin, or it's not only Apex or Trigger LWC. They are also expecting the people to have good understanding on the business. You should know what is business. If you don't know what is business, if you don't know to whom I'm going to work for, if I have learned Salesforce, I have learned flows and all, but if you don't know to whom you're going to support, right, then that's like the thing. Hey, hi, Sushmita. So understanding the business is important. So when it comes to business, at least you should have good understanding on Sales Cloud, at least Service Cloud, the basics. Okay. Along with that, the foundations, admin, Apex triggers, LWC, basics of integration, and now basics of DevOps also there. Maybe let me share my screen. This is what the insight I got from Krish, the solution manager from 10th Planet. Okay. So if you see my screen, this is the group where we have added people who are interested in interview preparation. So people who when said, Ashok, I have completed all the topics. Now we are looking to prepare for interview. We will add them in this group and we'll keep them updated on what and all things you need to. So if you look at my screen, these are some of the topics right now the industry is looking for: change, deployment, debugging, app exchange. I will also share these topics in our AJST Academy announcement group as well. Okay, so you can also go through it. So if you are having a good idea on this topic, right, there is a 4 openings going to be, it will come to AJST from 10th Planet very soon. So if you got good understanding on this topic, feel free to reach us or the support team. We will assess you, we will conduct mock interview, and we will be referring you for the upcoming openings from the company called 10th Planet. Okay, so maybe I can share these one in our AJST Academy announcement group. So feel free to go through it. Okay.
Yeah, sure, Ashok.
And other trainers, if you like to add anything, please add to her question.
Yeah, sure. I wanted to add one more point there. I was a little bit surprised on that day when looking at the slide. I saw Jenkins there, right? So Jenkins and Docker is basically used in different, platforms for DevOps. I was a little bit surprised how a recruiter can expect a DevOps from a Salesforce guy, right? But unfortunately, no, it was there. So it doesn't mean that definitely I have to learn, Jenkins or Docker. You can skip those, right? So for a fresher, I personally feel that it's too high, right?
Got
so
it.
Once you are good at the basics, then the foundation is strong. Then you can move on learning, different aspects.
Right. But those topics are just to add on. It's see again, guys, as Nagarajan told, these are not a mandatory topics you must have. The mandatory topics are nothing but the curriculum what we have already given, which is the foundation courses: admin, Apex, triggers, the basics of LWC in the intermediate level, asynchronous Apex, and basics of integration. If you are good at foundation, you are good to go apply for opportunities. But when now 1 year back, the competition is less because the awareness about the Salesforce also was less. So you find if there is one opening, it was only 10 people applying for the opening. Now situation is entirely different. People got good awareness on Salesforce. A lot of people started learning Salesforce. Okay, if there is a one opening, there are 100 people applying for that. So to keep yourself up in the competition, if you're going to have at least the basic idea of what is what on this topic. One single question is like Salesforce Classic. That was Krish told on the other day. Ashok, when I ask someone what is Salesforce Classic, they don't have idea. They simply say, sir, in our institution, they never taught me about Salesforce Classic. That's a kind of answer he got when we refer someone. So these are kind of a very basic thing, right? You can just browse like what is Salesforce Classic, what is Lightning, why we have migrated from Salesforce Classic to Lightning. That level of knowledge is enough to showcase that I'm a kind of candidate who keep myself updated, and I'm also interested in learning this. So likewise, apart from the foundations, just feel free to go through on what is what. At least that will help you all.
Okay, Ashok. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Naga.
Thank you.
Ashok, I am like in your conversation only I got one question. Like, yeah, you were saying like many people are aware of Salesforce now, right? So I am talking to my colleagues. I was saying like I'm trained with the Salesforce. I am learning Salesforce. They're surprised like what is Salesforce? Like I
Okay.
am little why people are not aware of Salesforce. Like we say it is world's first CRM, right? Like I am like I'm and then I go on like explaining what is Salesforce to them.
Ramya, you are lucky. You don't have any competitors around you.
See, it is very true, Ramya. There are people in IT industry for 20 years, even 24 years. We are attending inquiry calls, right? During the inquiry call itself, they'll be asked. I come across your YouTube channel. I saw there is a woman who is from having 19 years of career gap, got placed in IT with this so much package. I just thought of asking this question to you. Oh, what was that kind of training you are doing? I also have a sister or my wife. I want them to pursue this one. Could you please explain me what is Salesforce? He's a kind of a delivery manager in the IT company. Okay. So it is not mandatory that everyone should be aware of Salesforce, even though Salesforce is the number one CRM. If you ask me, Ashok, who is the number one basketball player? I don't have idea. I never played basketball. I don't know what is basketball. In US, if I go and ask the same question to someone, right, they will be like, "Hey, you don't know basketball." Same way, if I ask him who is the number one cricketer in the world, the US people they don't have idea, right? It's all about the area of interest, the place where they belongs to, the situations they come across, the people they are go along with. So as Nagarajan got told, if there are people still exist not knowing Salesforce, then make you are all lucky. You understand, you come to know about Salesforce and you come to know about this ecosystem. This ecosystem is a very good ecosystem in comparing to other technology and all. You find a lot of people, materials to support you, support your project, and the amount of time you are going to spend in developing the project, it is going to be very less when compared to a kind of a legacy system. Okay. So we are all quite lucky. We should
Yes.
accept the fact.
Yes, Ashok. That's what I was little surprised. Like why these people don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, Samya. Is there anything else, Samya, you want to ask?
No, Ashok.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Harishankar. Yes, Harishankar.
ஒரு சில்லி கொஸ்டின்
Yeah, please go ahead. சொல்லுங்க.
இந்த இன்ஸ்டன்ட் ஏஐ வந்து சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸை இது பண்ணுமா, ரூல் பண்ணுமா? சாட் ஜிபிடி மாதிரி.
Already Salesforce is using Einstein.
ஏஐ ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் சொல்றேன்.
எஸ், அது ஆல்ரெடி யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க. ஃப்ளோஸ்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஃப்ளோஸ் பெஸ்ட் ஆக்ஷன் இஸ் தேர். Definitely that will reduce the workload of a developer, right? So if you look at the configuration perspective, for example, you guys are configuring with the omni-channel with a live agent, right? These days you have Einstein chatbot also there, right? In Einstein chatbot, you can include flows, you can call flows. Everything will happen through configuration way. So it is reducing the workload. For example, Einstein activity capture. Suppose I want to sync a Gmail calendar, whatever the, the calendar I am creating, whatever the event I am creating inside Salesforce, I wanted to, reflect that in my Google Calendar, in the sense that is happening through AI in Salesforce these days. Already they are doing it. Definitely there will be more product in AI. It will reduce the workload, but as of now, I don't think so it will replace. We will pray for that.
Thank you, Nagarajan. Okay. Okay. In the meantime, Hari, do you have any other questions to ask, Hari?
சார், எனக்கு அப்பைஸ் கிளாஸ் ரூம் வரலான்ட்டு பார்க்குறேன், பிளான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். சென்னை
Okay.
கிளாஸ் ரூம் வரலாமா?
Yeah, obviously. See, it's all depends on your flexibility and your willingness. There are people who are comfortable in online. They are capable of learning the things online, and the online assistance itself enough for them. There are people they find if I come and sit next to people and if I get a live support from the people, that would be better. Yes. See, we are providing both services, online, offline. So definitely you can come for offline services too.
ஓகே.
Okay. Okay. Again, before go for the further questions. So now, let me give few things for the trainers we are having Shobana, Sushmita, and Vijit over here. So Shobana, Sushmita, Vijit, let me ask you just few questions. Like there are few things that you want to convey to the trainees at times, right? Like this is the one common thing we could see across the trainees. So if they can improve these things from their end, that would be better. So this is the kind of tips or suggestion we want to give. If you want to give anything, right, maybe let's take this time. So I go one by one. You can also share your insight before we go for other questions. So maybe we start with Shobana. Yes, Shobana.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay. So actually, I feel like some people are struggling to complete the flows. Okay. They see the number of days mentioned in the tracker and they try to ask me that, ma'am, they have mentioned some 20 days or something in the tracker, but I'm taking it more than that days. Like I'm taking it more than 30 days. It's taking for me a longer days. And whoever is actually studying together with me, they are comparing with the student who are studying with them. So they will be moving forward the before them. So they feel like they are actually lagging in their self-confidence that something is not good at their end. It's completely okay. Like I'm not suggesting you to complete only within the days mentioned in the tracker. You can take more days. It is the up to the level of understanding you have on each topic. You start slowly and you can understand it slowly. It's the understanding which matters, not about the number of days to complete or rush up the topics there. That one thing I want to convey to students. And one more thing, starting the Salesforce as a career, I just want you to know what is business first, because you come to the first day, and when we ask some questions related to business, you are actually struggling to answer. Whenever you do any scenario, imagine yourself like you are actually doing some kind of business. For example, simple lead generation. When you are starting up a new business, so how will you create your own leads for your company? Just imagine as yourself as some business owner or something like it. Only that you can actually understand the concept and move on. It's not about showing the navigation to the trainer in the demo Q&A session. Like you can go and click here and create a product or opportunity, anything. It's not necessary like that. We want the understanding in that topic. Why we are going for a web to lead form, why we are creating an opportunity product, all those things I just want to make sure you understand in the business perspective. That is what I wanted to convey to everyone. And one more thing is like you are actually fearing to make some mistakes. Whatever is mentioned in the videos, you're trying the same. And when we ask some questions, why you're not able to answer that, actually learn like why we have to do like that. Whatever is given in the video, you need not do the same thing. Like try to ask yourself why we have to do like this. For example, when you are creating learning about static in Apex, you need not create an instance for a class, but you try by creating an instance and try see what is the error you are getting in the error you are getting while executing that particular code. So that learning from your mistakes is the best way to understand anything. So just I want to suggest that one. And whenever you complete any case study, just take a note of it. How did you complete that case study? So if you have done any mistakes and how you rectified that mistake, all those things, if you take a note of it, it will be very useful to you while you actually brush up your topics for interview or something else like that. That is what I wanted to convey to everyone. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Shobana. So Sushmita and Vijit, if you want to convey anything, over to you. maybe the common things that you find in the trainees that you want to address as part of this session. Or if you want to take some time, take some time. We'll go for other trainees and we'll come back to you later. Okay. Oh, is there anyone still have any questions? I think there are more participants joining now. I think someone raised a hand, but I think they dropped.
Revati, I guess. Yeah.
Revati. Yes, Revati. Revati
Yeah,
Bhaskar.
yeah. Hi, Ashok.
Hey,
So I have a
hello.
quick doubt on trial head. So is it
Hmm.
mandatory that we have to complete the trial at super batches? Yeah.
Okay, what is stopping you from completing the super batches?
No, actually, it's so time consuming. So
Okay.
that's what I was taking so much time to finish the case studies, to go through the topic, and as well as a trial head.
Okay. Okay.
That's why I wanted to know.
Maybe Nagarajan is the best person to address this question. Yes, bro, please.
So, yeah, Revati is from my session. So we used to discuss
Hi,
quite a
sir.
lot related to this. So if you ask me, is it required? I will say that yes, that will give you a different aspect of learning a Salesforce. For example, here you have, if you look at the case studies, 1, create an object, 2, create the field. This is the data type. So you don't get a chance to, think your own based on your user story, right? So
Yeah.
based on your user story, you need to practice more. That will helpful a lot when you are doing your tickets or doing your job in real time. From my experience, I feel that that will help a lot. So again, yes, it's definitely time consuming. But at the end of the day, whether I need to get into a job or I have to equip myself well enough to work in a job. So that's a difference. So yes, definitely some people are managing their homes, and taking care of their kids and studying the case studies. It's a little bit difficult. So that's why I always used to say that plan for the weekends, the trial heads, at least 2 weeks, one whole Sunday or Saturday. It's dedicated to, trial heads. Sometimes we may need to stretch ourselves beyond our limit because we don't know our limit, our capacity. Once you start hitting the boundary, definitely it will grow. So you can. If you ask me personally, yes, of course, Trailhead will gives you a lot of knowledge, a lot of insights into Salesforce
Yeah.
ecosystem.
So I got that point. Is it needed when we have to attend the interviews?
Yeah, you have, if you look at the resumes, people are having the Trailblazer link in it, right? How you have LinkedIn, link in your resume, just like that, you have the link for your Trailheads also. The recruiters, seriously, recruiters are looking into it. They are, getting into the Trailblazer link. They are checking that how many super badges it's completed. What's the last date when you have completed the Trailheads modules? These things are really how the recruiter comes to know that you actually, learn the topic, right? So Trailhead is, it gives you proof. Yes, I worked on these things, right? I have these many super badges. This is my ranking, right? So it gives you proof and it gives you confidence for the recruiter. Okay, it's fine. So we can, actually, start interviewing this guy. Sometimes it is being limited, in the interviews itself.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really
Okay.
matters.
See, if you look at my screen, Revati, this is a kind of a sheet we used to get from all the trainees that includes their tracker sheet and also their LinkedIn link and also their Trailblazer link. We exactly share this data to all the tied up partners with AJST. If I'm going to refer a candidate in to some company, it's not like we are going to refer only one candidate at a time. As you know, in AJST itself, currently there are 200 plus people are learning, and when I'm going to post a job openings in a group, there are minimum 10 to 15 people apply for the job. When they apply for the job, we have to share these tracker with the recruiter. That includes their learning tracker. What kind of because you all have access to your learning tracker, right? So we have to share their learning tracker. Along with that, we'll be sharing their LinkedIn profile, and also we share their Trailblazer too. So if you ask the question like how exactly Trailheads are going to help me, thing is the badges and points. And again, the numbers are not going to helpful. They will simply go here and check the super badges and see what level of training you are going with on the cell. Again, if you're just completing the trial heads for namesake, right? Again, they will simply open the super badge. There are chances they will ask question from the super badges too. Okay, I'm seeing your Trailblazer link. Seems like you have completed this super badge. Could you please explain how did you manage to complete the super badge? They will definitely ask the question. So the ultimate agenda is not to complete AJST curriculum, not to just complete AJST case studies, not to complete the trial heads. The agenda is whether I got a complete understanding on the topic or not, whether I'm ready to apply what I have just learned to my real-time industry need, right?
Yeah.
So if you feel that you are fully prepared for the particular topic, you can skip it. But if you still feel somewhere I don't have the complete knowledge, I think I still need to get further knowledge, go ahead and do it. Of course, it is time consuming. On the average, I tell you, on the average, people are taking 4 months to 6 months to complete the course and to get into the job, provided if they put at least 2 to 3 hours of effort on the daily basis. There are people from coming from non-IT background. They're homemakers. They're taking care of home stuff, and still they learn and do. We have a example here. Shobana is a good example for that. So she used to she spent a lot of time, but it's not about taking a time. It's all about consistency.
Yeah.
If you can consistently putting an effort, even if you're going to learn at least half an hour a day, 10 minutes a day, that is completely fine, but have a consistent effort. That consistent effort definitely help us to reach what we have aimed for.
Okay.
So when it comes to trail head, if you're doing trail heads, that's an added advantage that helps you to keep at least 10% higher than rest of the other folks who are also learning Salesforce. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I got it. So recently I finished the admin part. So I just went to look for the JDs just to understand. I mean, if I'm able to understand the JD. So when I was looking, it was given that the certification is mandatory, platform developer and the admin certification. Is it really actually mandatory if we have to, go through the interview?
Okay, when applying for opportunities, again, certification also an added advantage part. And but if you look at nowadays, right, Salesforce giving a lot of free giveaways, right?
Yeah.
When something is available for free, the question is, what stopped us from accessing that? Very recently, there is a Salesforce Associate certification exam that was available for free of cost until April last week, right?
Yeah.
So definitely nowadays the recruiters also know such fact. They will definitely ask this question. There was a free coupon available by the time. Why didn't you apply for the certification? What stopped you? So now the question is, it's not about the cost. The question is all about whether you put efforts or put an attempt to appear for the exam or not. Right? If you look at AJ skill trainees itself, every day we are keep posting, right? There are people completed this. Every day we are getting, I personally or the people support him getting a notification say that Ashok, today 2 people have completed certification, 3 people have completed certification. The reason why people are completing certification, they want to keep them alive in the competition. As Nagarajan told just few minutes back, once upon a time, if you know what is Salesforce, they recruited you. Then if you know admin, they recruited you. If you know admin and the basic of Apex, they did. Likewise, nowadays the competitions are going high. It is good to keep yourself updated with certifications. And again, when you're going and appearing for certification, our strong recommendation, don't believe on the dumps questions and all. Just mugging up the dumps mug up on it, don't blindly go.
Okay.
Of course, if you got to get such questions, work out on the questions. Don't simply remember the answers out of the ABCD, remembering A, B, C, and doing the exam. Work out on the questions, understand the concept, then apply for the examination.
Okay.
So having certification definitely going to help you with keep yourself alive in the competitions. I am a recruiter. I'm receiving 10 profiles from academy or 10 profiles from outside, and I have to choose only 2 people. Then definitely what I will do, I will choose the best, right? I'm having 20,000 rupees with me, okay? And I have to buy a mobile phone. What I will do, I put the 20,000 in one hand and I go and check all the website and I check all the cell phone models and all. I want to choose the best out of the cell phones for the fund I'm having. The same way, the recruiter also, they are having the fund of 3 lakhs or 6 lakh spent per annum. They want to identify 2 candidates. They want to identify the best out of it. So definitely what they will do, they will keep everything in the JD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So answer your question, yes, it is. We don't have any choice to skip certification. We don't have any choice to skip super badges.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you. Okay. In the meantime, Vijit and Sushmita, anything you want to convey? Sushmita, லாம் பாவம் தூங்குற time. Voice is quite low, Sushmita. Okay, உங்க வாய்ஸ் ரொம்ப லோவா இருக்கு. மியூட்ல இல்ல கேட்கல. இப்ப மியூட்ல இருக்கீங்க. Maybe we go with Vijay, then come back to Sushmita. Yes, Vijay.
Yeah, good evening. I just want to insist something more what Shobana has told. Like we should focus more on taking notes. I see most of them are just try to complete the case studies and just rush away. They don't want to understand what actually happening behind the scene, why the case study, what business scenario it's solving. So, and even if they complete after some time, it's more probability to forget that. So it's better to take notes. That is one thing I just want to, I mean, it's compulsory to take notes. I mean, only then you will focus on learning that and refreshing all those things. And other than that is, when you do something, actually there will be more options available. Like say for example, to check empty space, we got something called is null and is blank. So we must know difference between both. When should we go for is null? When should we go for is blank? Like that, for matching rules, we got something called exact match and fuzzy matching. Maybe we can solve it in one way, but there is some other ways also available in the same page. So explore all the different options available there and try to understand which business scenario this is solving, why the Salesforce is giving us those 2 options. So actually by comparing and learning, actually you'll get more understanding. And this is what actually expected in the interview also. People in the interview also, they are asking us why there are 2 things and why you are choosing this option, why you're not choosing this option. And this type of learning attitude you should cultivate from the beginning itself. So whenever you got a business requirement, you should identify all the different options available, and you should be in a position to justify that I went for this option because this has got more relevant for this particular business scenario. There are there is other options available, but those things may be suitable for other business scenarios. So those comparative on learning, actually that will help us to understand the business, and it will help us to grasp the things more easily. And one more thing is, maybe you should go for some scenarios. I mean, just like that, don't do that. I mean, consider that it's your own company. Okay, you take the ownership of the business. You see that there is a scenario where actually I need to solve this, I need to implement that in my website. So if you have that ownership, you will show more interest. Just for the sake of completing the case study, don't do that. Okay, take this as your own problem, and you are going to solve that problem using the Salesforce. So if you have that learning attitude, you will put more effort and try to get the best out of the case study. And another thing I want to encourage is to learn by helping others. Actually, we have multiple co-learner sections, and here I say Swapna, Revati, and those people are some top contributors in co-learner section. They just come there, and even if they don't have answer questions, they will just came there and help others. Okay, like that actually they are improving their communications and they are learning more actually, because you need not do all the mistakes. You can learn from others' mistake also. Those options are available in co-learner. So try to there we encourage you to speak also. I mean, we encourage you to communicate. We'll give different scenarios. Even if you solve the solutions, so actually we'll come up with more scenarios. What happens if this scenario is coming? If time permits, actually we'll go through from the scratch. Actually, we'll give some different problems. We'll give different scenarios. We'll ask them to recreate the things, and we'll ask them to make mistakes, and we'll ask them to rectify the mistake. Like that, actually, we encourage each other's mistakes, and we're learning. So if you could cultivate this type of attitudes, I think it will take you for a greater heights. Thank you.
That's a good point, which is the one, I think one
Ashok,
thing I have
wanted
observed is
to-
like, I'm sorry.
Ashok,
Yes, bro.
I wanted to showcase something for you guys. So some of the notes
Oh my God.
I used when I was learning Salesforce, still I'm keeping it as a memory. You can able to see that business administration
Yes,
specialist. See, these kinds
You
of
get any
efforts.
time to review? I mean, like go through that.
100%
He has
I'm
a
not sure
bundles.
about that. So many, like this I have. Yes. So if you build a passion towards learning, you will definitely, do that. If your focus is only to get a job, sometimes it might be a 50-50. That's my experience. I'm going to get a job or not. I'm going to learn something new, and I want to learn more. Ultimately, that will bring a job for you. Okay.
True.
So definitely, I also used to take so many notes, printouts, spend quite a lot of money for that. Okay. So definitely, as Vijit told, notes will definitely helpful.
Correct, true
Great.
that. And one thing I just want to highlight from what Vijit just conveyed, right? The co-learner session. The name itself defines that, right? We are conducting the co-learner session morning 10 a.m. and afternoon 3 p.m. and night. It is supposed to be a co-learner session 9 p.m. The purpose is whenever the trainees can come and join and support and help other trainees, you don't have to review the use cases, but you can help them like, this is how I have completed the task. Or there are chances you are come across the questions which you never had a thought, right? So that will give you a different perspective of learning. So we used to say, like, the more you teach, the more you can learn, right? That definitely happened in the co-learner session. And apart from the getting a good knowledge, your communication will get improved. So that also help you to improve from other end. So to help you to improve your communication, to improve your that learning, definitely you can take part of the co-learners thing. And another thing I want to thank is Nagarajan Bro for highlighting the taking up notes. And one thing he has mentioned, right? If you are going to focus only on the job, which is very short-term goal, right? Then definitely the learning is not going to happen because our mind is completely focusing on the result. The result is like, I want to get a job. I want to go for a good job. I want to go for a job in 30 days, 40 days, 60 days. Obviously, that is everyone's ultimate aim, because why we are all learning to get a good opportunity, why we are striving hard, getting a good opportunity with get good pay. But by focusing on the result, we are losing our system, or we are losing focus in the process. Okay. So the process is very, very important. The process here we are mentioning is the way you are learning, the way you are approaching the sessions, and the way you are utilizing your time. Okay. So forget about the result, focus on the process. We used to say as a team, okay, focus on the process. If your process is really good and you streamline your process, or you're having a good system, then the result will come all your way. Okay. So when it comes to learning, Yes, taking notes is important. Why it is important? Definitely one day or other day, we have to revise what we have learned. If you keep learn, Ashok, I learned admin on the day one, and now I'm in asynchronous Apex. If I go back, I don't remember what I have learned in admin. Most of the time, this is a kind of a scenarios or cases we used to hear. To avoid such situation, once in a week or once in 15 days, if you have taken the notes, we see the notes are nothing but as a cheat sheet. Revise it once in 15 days. Just go through it. That will give you a good revision so that you don't have to watch the video again, do the case study again to learn the same stuff again and again. Okay. All right. So before we wind up, guys, we thought of having this session as a quick 1 hour. We don't want to elongate this one. Is there anyone else still have a question? Or you
Ashok,
want to
I have some questions.
Yes, please.
Ashok, like you have showed some group, like WhatsApp group. Like I have completed my LWC learning. To whom I have to reach to join to that group?
Okay, you can very well just ping me. Okay, I'll be sending you the form to fill. If you fill the form, the team will start conducting you prelims for mock interview. Once you clear the prelims, they will be conducting mock interview. In the meantime, you will get added into this group called interview preparation group, where we keep sharing some of the interview tips or the resources you have to go through it. You can just ping me, and not every time you people have to ping me. You're all having the support team number, right? You can reach out the support team, or you can write to the support team, support@ageskilldevelopment.com, saying that I have completed the course, I guess, and I want the team to give me support on the interview assistance. The team will add you in the group, and they will also guide you on the further steps.
Okay, Ashok, thank you. Also, Ashok, yesterday I have seen your post that you have created some team, like you have assigned few projects to them. That was really great initiative. Like, is there any opportunity for online trainees also?
We are actually planning even what we have just did with the classroom trainees is a pilot program. That's not a kind of a complete program which we have complete control over it. One advantage we see with the classroom trainees are they're all available all the day in the classroom, and they are full-time learners. And it is very easy for as a management to group them and give them the task and get it done. Okay. But when it comes to online, right? Identifying the people who are available all the time or full-time learners, or it's quite difficult for us, because even if it is a Q&A sessions, that's a most difficult and challenging part for all the trainers. We are not able to find the trainees coming all the time because they're all skipping the class. They're not they're not continuously coming for the class. So, but we don't want to say the reason, but we're also working on the things on how we can also bring the online folks also part of the kind of projects. We have tried it many times in the past to conduct such a pilot program with online trainees, but most of the time what will happen, we start with 30 members, then we will go with the 20 members, again go with the 10 members, finally 1 or 2 will be there, they still do the project. So that was the case happened in the past, but let's see. We are waiting for the results from the classroom trainees.
Yeah,
based on that, right, we are also planning for online too. But don't worry, guys, people online will definitely try to incorporate that project thing for the online too very soon. You can expect
that is quite challenging. I understand. Yeah, that's it, Ashok. Also, since we are in this session, I'm taking this opportunity, this platform, to thank Nagarajan, Vijit, and also you. Nagarajan, thanks for all the detailed explanation, the structure of the way you have delivered the things, and the way you have guided me to take the step-by-step process to complete the training. And Vijit, thanks for guiding me. And in my busy schedule, you have said me like how to manage the time and all. And Ashok, you have always been motivating us. Thanks for everything.
Thank you. Thanks for taking time.
Thanks, Ramya. All the best, Ramya.
Thank you, Nagraj.
Okay. So guys, we are almost in the end of the session. We are planning to have such session at least once in a month to have a live interaction with all the trainees, because as Swapna told in the initial time, right? We are also looking forward to conduct more live sessions to keep us alive and interactive with everyone. So before we wind up, is there anyone still have any questions? And we can have one last question and one last round of discussion before we wind up.
And it is a like great team, like Ashok. Yeah, he'll be like motivating the people, the extreme level, and Nagarajan will be explaining in detail everything. And I mean, like Vijit is like people to ask to do work more, and I mean, like that he'll be saying it is like great team actually you have. It's really
Thank
great.
God we got this team.
True, yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Yeah. See, the team I say it's not only the trainers. The team I say including you people as well, because the cooperation we are getting from each and every trainee is also very important. It's not going to be the one-way thing, right? We have
True.
decided to take this session. We have decided to do this article. The level of cooperation we are getting from all the trainees also matters. That keeps us alive and keeping us motivated to do a lot of stuff like this. So thanks to all the trainees, AJST family for giving your cooperation in all the time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. All right. I think it's time to wind up this session. Thanks everyone for joining this meet. If you still have a query, you want to get it resolved, right? You are all part of our group. Okay. I don't very rarely people are using the platform to express and get your questions answered. So feel free to put it in the WhatsApp group, whether it is English or Tamil or Telugu. Just put it in a words. If you need any support, we are there to guide you and support you. All right. So thanks
and
everyone.
Last question, and
yeah.
last one. Actually, English, actually, there is lesser material when you compare to the Tamil. Tamil is like in detail, it was there. So because I have faced the issue with the triggers, because I have completed all the part in English, then finally, then like I have started with the Tamil again, the entire thing. So yeah, now I am checking which is the latest one and which will have more videos. With that, I am starting it. Thank God, I can understand Tamil. Yeah.
So to answer your question, Swapna, as we discussed, we are trying our level best to, make it in par with English. So we as a team, we are working behind the scene quite a lot in adding more materials into it. So that's become a day-to-day activity of our life along with the Q&A session these days. So we are stretching ourselves to deliver more content and quality content, and both in Tamil as well as English. We are doing that. Hopefully, I'm guaranteed that we'll do in a successive way. Definitely, we are going to do that. We will do that. And apart from that, before winding up, I have one question. So next time, if you guys not prepared for this session, please come up with what are the technical bottlenecks you are having. இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு டாபிக் நான் படிக்கிறேன், எனக்கு என்ன மாதிரி சேலஞ்சஸ் அங்கே இருக்கு, ஸோ இதை நான் எப்படி ஓவர் கம் பண்ணலாம். I wanted to have more kind of questions in future session. So the purpose is we wanted to help you at least in some of the ways, right? So we expect you to come up with more questions towards that. Thanks.
All right. Thanks. Thank you, bro. Nagarajan, bro, Shobana, Vijay, Sushmita, and all the trainees for joining this session. Have a good Sunday ahead. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Thanks.